against them. And if they can get that one victory they need to secure a playoff spot. We're still waiting on results from some of the other games, of course, to see if we have any tiebreakers or anything like that. But all Talon have to concentrate on, all they know right now is they need a W. And this is their one last chance to get it.
Seems like there's not going to be a fight. Makes you super sad about it.
Yeah, it's just depressing, isn't it? Especially when they're all smoked. Like, yeah, we're smoked already. We're 5-man strong, and we're going to completely avoid the opponents.
You know what's making me sad? Looking at Jab's item build. This is it. No items. Pick up Bounty Rune, buy Ring of Health.
The turbo strats are leaking again. Just rush the ring. Put your courier by the shop. Yeah, I guess his courier's by tier 2 right now, a little bit safer. And then he'll move it to the shop so he can get that fast Ring of Health. Team Spirit, they've scurried down to that bottom lane. Couple of observer wards. One in the jungle. And one on that Radiant side of the river, so they can see Bounty Rune, they can see creep camps and stacks being made. Radiant Vision here, though, does see Team Spirit moving into position to get the top Bounty Rune. And Yatoro, the first hero to be scouted, surrounded by Talon and First Blood for Ollie.
Ollie got the First Blood with Blood Grenade. They wanted to leave it for 23, but damage over time. This item's so good. Like, you have to buy it. If you're playing position 4, position 5, keep rebuying it. Have one available at all times. I would even say, like, every stage of the game, the extra 15% slow and canceling blink daggers could be really good.
Yeah, I mean, just having plus 50 health in lane feels solid to some of these supports as well. No one buys it in my game, so I end up buying like 3 of them. No one else is getting them. I'm going to get them. Spam them at my
Maybe
enemies.
that's why they're not buying it, because you buy all of them.
I wait at least a minute and a half and like, well, there's still 2 in stock, so I'm just going to stock up myself. That emergency kit in case there's an earthquake or something like that. Got my to-go bag full of blood grenades. And 23 down at bottom as Ollie rejoins him. Step through the twin gate. Pugna TB against the Crystal Maiden and the Doom. Don't know, I've got Storm on my mind after the first couple of days of group stage. That hero is like left a...
Yeah, it was in pretty much every single game of ours.
Left a mark. Pugna, one of the better laners. You know, we've seen Save in Eastern European DPC. Ari from TSM. A lot of players bringing out as Pugna. Very good at trading hits and blasting. Crystal Maiden, similar story, but there's Nova. And the Mango spam onto... to keep your mana pool going. Spamming the Blood Grenade onto 23 as well.
23, very low. Once they hit that level 2. Kill him with Toshka.
Yeah, Kotal and Underlord. Might be losing Q here to Yatoro, though. Tango regen and the movement speed, not enough to slip away from Huerta. Death is her name, and death is what she shall bring. Really not a comfortable time for 23 down bottom. Needs to be handed tangos and plenty of regen just to stay it out in that lane.
Next Infernal Blade, they might try to go for a kill on him. Infernal Blade, Scorched Earth, Mira also going for all-in on damage, Frostbite plus Crystal Nova. We see different adaptations where you get Aura instead on level 2 because you can't buy as many mangoes. They're not unlimited anymore.
It makes the laning stage much more interesting having this limited regen. And no more 9 mango spam with 20 tangos and salves. And there is that attempted play on Ollie with Mira and Collapse, but 23. Metamorphosis form, the final hit from the Pugna, not enough. Magic sticks. That's the difference maker. Get that burst HP regen back up to the fighting form here for the Crystal Maiden. Well, so far, Talon farming very well. The one lane we've not really looked into because side lanes are so action-packed. Void Spirit 18 and 3 against the 12 and 2 of the Pango. Oh, hang on a second, Mira. Speaking of action-packed, has to get back into the forest away from this meta.
Picked up Lotus. It was Terrorblade in the bottom lane. In the top lane, Keeper of the Light. This is what you want to do. Before 3-minute mark, you want to push out the wave, secure Lotus for yourself. You don't necessarily need to use it in the laning stage. It's such a good tool to preserve for later stages of the game.
I mean, this mid lane, quite a bit of difference in right-click damage output. Mikoto, 81. And just the 70 on the Pango, so that's where this differential in last hits feels like it's coming from. About a wave and a half behind now. The Pango going to rely on refilling bottle with bounty runes. It's 23 and Ollie dropping very low again. Reflection to hold back Collapse and Mirror as they were the ones getting aggressive once more. Everybody on the edge of their seats though, close to death. Ferrying more regen out to themselves.
Both side lanes playing very aggressive, but we're not getting any kills. Q was supposed to TP out, and now 23. Oshka is here. Looks like he's very dead here. They can run him down. Need another layer of spells. One more should do the trick.
Hey, Miposhka. Even if he dies here, we'll gladly do so. Give his life to kill off the TB. Mira did a good job skirting the edge of the fight there to make sure he survived against the Netherward spam of damage as they cast spells towards the Terrorblade. And then Lol in the mid lane. They're getting further and further behind. A little bit behind in experience as well.
1 point in Lucky Shot, something that we've seen mid laners do. Oh, Mikoto, he's in danger now in the mid lane.
Yeah, they come in with the Veno again. Poison him up. The shield from Resonant Pulse making him tanky, but the damage over time looks like it should tick him down eventually. Oh, Miposhka didn't get the last touch in there. And Mikoto survives. Woo! 20 HP.
Bracer
So close.
making the difference. Extra stats, extra regeneration. Poshka not in range, needed that little bit of extra damage, one extra hit.
Yeah, it looked like the Venom should have been able to get it, but backed away. This will give a bit more time for Lol to get towards level 6, get some last hits as they force Mikoto out of lane. A lot of work for these supports though, trying to rotate with Kottles and Venos. You can see Mikoto straight back into the mid lane, bullying Lol once more. This is where things start again to get tasty. The Vanguard picked up by the Doom. Unlord tanky as well. The offlaners start to become unkillable. And this is where you've got to start rotating more support in to guard your safe lane carries. Ollie and Q, Netherward dropped, Collapse. Getting tagged by all this magic damage.
Let's have Vanguard.
Mira holds them back. And yeah, he's got the Vanguard up, so he's going to withstand a lot of this damage. Mira can't though. Blasted by the Pugna, and now the TB with the Metamorphosis, clicking into Collapse, but he's okay with the Magic Stick, and Lol level 5, rotating with his Pango, swashing and crashing, trying to catch up to 23, while Mikoto takes down Miposhka over towards the mid lane.
Really good moves from Talon. They are the ones keeping the pressure, forcing Team Spirit to play out of their comfort zone, so they kind of rotate position of Pango, who's still level 5, and then Mikoto gets a solo kill on Venom.
Yeah, now leaving Jabs up top. Free farming away, 37 and 7. Vanguard, a couple of Lotuses, perfectly tanky, while Ollie drops to Collapse down bottom. 23 and Q still around. No vision up on the high ground as Void Spirit pings it out. And Mira lurking in the shadows, ready to hold them back with some Frostbite. So it's not just a hold back, it's a turnaround. Collapse wants to kill off Q with an Infernal Blade. He's got damage over time, and the click from Mira finishes him off. Now in comes Mikoto, though. Kill the Doom and aim for Crystal Maiden. Should have an Ether on up shortly. We'll zap her and drag her back into 23 for a kill for the TB. Non-stop fighting in his bottom lane. It's like a 4v4.
Talon getting the most out of it, getting those last hits. Veno, he's on a mission. He wants to be able to pick up XP rune. Currently struggling, level 3 at the moment, but Q will pick it up. And
they even
Ollie
scanned him.
doing the same thing.
Yeah, they scanned the Venom, knew it was coming, so yeah. QTP's there. Ollie gets scouted by Collapse's Doom. And so in the end, 1 for 1. Everyone gets the Wisdom Rune on their side of the map. But
Problem
a
is
very, very
supports
crisp
didn't
start.
get it. So you'll have Venomancer, who's level 3.5. Can they kill Jabs here? Vanguard available on him, plus 2 healing Lotuses. All you need is magical damage, and that's exactly what Muerta does with her ulti.
Still resilient though, Jabs. Dealing with a lot of the clicks coming out. Miposhka Mira should have another round of spells shortly. Jabs knows he's dead, so throws one final Firestorm.
Or is he?
Oh, have I lied again? I've done an awful lot of lying on this broadcast about people being dead or not. Jabs is alive. He's perfectly fine. Of course he is. He's got a Vanguard and he's an Underlord. How could he possibly die? Miposhka, not going to have the same luxury though. Dead Venomancer on my screen, 100% guaranteed. Mikoto there with a killing spree.
These heroes are much more tanky than you would expect them to be. First, like the Vanguard buff, because you get it like so much earlier, and also having a little bit of extra magic resistance. All your intelligence is turned into magic resistance, so having 3% extra It's kind of what makes the difference there.
Man, there's a little edge case. A little bit of tankiness. Q and Makoto going twin gating together. Mira's Crystal Maiden. Yeah, still level 4. Very squishy. Tranquil boots. Not enough movement speed to escape. Trapped in the trees. Another good move from Talon.
Really worried for supports on side of Spirit. Level 3, level 4, 9 minutes into the game. There is no tome available. Their XP runes got stolen or picked up by the teammates. They couldn't do it.
Another jump on top. Yeah, puts the calling down, trying to size them up as they approach, but Jams is there to help them out. Yatoro into ulti form. Gets him a bit of distance away from the rest of Talon as Lars comes in with the first Rolling Thunder. The shot, the fear, Jams sitting about 10% of his HP. Another crash from the Rolling Thunder, and the swashbuckle finally brings him to his knees. Makoto and Q still considering if they can go back in with Ollie backing them up. I'll stick around for a little bit and see what comes their way.
Different build on Pango that we usually see nowadays. We've seen Nisha, we've seen Quinn not picking up boots of speed. This was in the previous patch where, because Kira does consume a lot of mana, so getting arcane boots was kind of a thing, but we've seen like other Pango players, no boots, straight into the Fusel Blade.
Man, he's even skipped the Orb of Corrosion as Makoto slices into Yatoro. And dominating streak for the Void Spirit, and looking for that +1. Miposhka, you said it's going to be sad times for these Team Spirit supports. Showing off there. Ollie going to grab the takedown on the Venomancer. I'll see what they can do off the back of it. Push the tower. 23 has shown up with the Terror Blade to get on top of that Tier 1 tower.
This should secure them tower. I'm not sure if they can defend it. There's way too many heroes. There's also Catapult approaching. And now you're stuck in a similar spot as they did in Game 1, where two supports can't really make moves. This is Veno Crystal Maiden we're talking about. Again, they have Bloom, who needs time. Collapse just finished off Hand of Midas, needs it to be delivered by the courier. But at least you have mid laner. This is not Viper. Pango, once he finishes off his Diffusal Blade, even before that, with just Rolling Thunder, he can be the one providing the fight for Team Spirit.
Yeah, he's great at causing chaos, initiating. It's no different for Talon. Their supports are pretty squishy as well. They find the back lines of Spirit. And Q and Ollie got to be careful with their positioning. And Collapse Midas done. Yatoro bottom of the cause in terms of net worth. Didn't feel like his lane went that poorly, but pick off on Mira in the mid lane. Makoto making things work time and time again. And on to another objective with 23 joining in. That's 2 tier 1s in quick succession. Yatoro has quite a bit of catching up to do for this Muerta.
Mask of Madness finished. That's going to be farming tool. With Gunslinger, needs to start putting more points in it to increase that double shot.
I still got to wrap my heads. I'm Ogre Magi now. Still got to wrap my head. Still got to wrap my head around the spell names of Muerta. Try and fit them into my vocabulary. Bottom lane Collapse. Tagged by the Solar Bind, trapped in a pit of malice. And look at this. Talon bring 5 heroes. They couldn't kill him off several times in Game 1, and they have understood what they need to change to make it happen this time.
I would suggest you, if you don't know the names, you use QW, but not in this game when Talon is playing, so you mess up with Q. Mikoto having a blast of a game. Echo Saber now finished on Void Spirit. We see this new build in the last couple of days. We've seen it, I think, 5-6 times at least in the games that we've been covering.
Yeah.
Echo Saber into either Kaya Sanj or into Deso, where you go in, you delete one of these two supports, you have so much damage. Larl finished off his Diffusal Blade. Seems like they want to smoke up and get something done. Not again. Yatoro. Yeah. This is his 3rd death.
Not a great showing from this Muerta. Talon just striking time and time again. Moving across the map quickly. Larl looking to fight back and roll onto Q. Mira's there with a Frostbite. Hold the couple in place, so something going in the hands of Team Spirit at least. Oh, he nearly got Ollie in the back there with a swashbuckle from long range. It's a losing battle for Team Spirit, though. This net worth lead growing and growing from Talon, and I feel much stronger heading into mid-game this time around.
Also, Larl found Lance of Pursuit. That item in the previous patch was okay. It was still good on Pango, but now the slow lingers for 2 seconds. So much better one. And also he's going back to Orb of Corrosion, which I really like. Even though like you're still 14 minutes into the game, the item is just too good on Pango to pass on. Mikoto facing Lol.
Yeah, shield crash comes. Lol already half health. And Mikoto knows there's no Rolling Thunder, having already been spent in the last fight, so just a straight-up solo kill. Oh, but Mikoto doesn't get the finishing touch. The reflection will. Now with the Chakra Magic has a bit more to play with.
Good push back.
In the heels, saving him up with the Sunder and the Life Drain. Terrorblade keeps Mikoto in fighting shape to take down Mira and chase in for more. Can they catch up to Miposhka? Of course they can. He's a slug. He's slowly slithering around, wiggling his tail. But where are you running, buddy? Into the grave, 6 feet under. Miposhka hits the deck as Mikoto is a wicked, sick Void Spirit.
That was a nice blinding light. The pushback Crystal Maiden away from the damage. Then 23 comes in as a support. Support Terrorblade saves his core. Mikoto's on a big streak. He's 7-0 and 6, so you kind of want to save him. And you also have Ollie to replenish mana and HP on Terrorblade. Now 23, he's back to full HP, full mana.
Yeah, and fighting Collapse. Reflection, Illusion. Not any damage on the Collapse, but just a signal of, hey, I'm here, this is my lane, I'm a Terrorblade, and you are not allowed to come and hit any creeps or my tower. I've already got these elements of safety from Talon as well, with the Glimmer, a Kotl with a Spirit Vessel to keep the pushes going. There's so much sustain and healing.
23, he's been in jungle for a very long time, farming the lane with his Illusion on top of the net worth. More than Doom, who has Devour maxed out, and also Hand of Midas, which is pretty impressive.
So who's buying Greaves this game for Talon? We mentioned the Kotl could do it, or is it Underlord? Oh, Collapse? It should be okay here, right? He gets out of the pit. Life Drain is coming. TB's damaged. 23 gets the kill. Lol rolling onto the Pugna now. Jabs, he's focusing back towards Mira. And look at Mikoto straight over the top of them. Blows up the Maiden. Looks for Miposhka. The Solar Bind will slow him down. The Spirit Vessel on him. It's a double for Q. The new carry. Carry of the Light arrives. Shining and bright.
They have a lot of sustain on their side. First, Underlord providing you with Pipe, going into... Oh, he had mech queued up, but seems like one of the supports eventually will get it. And then you have Life Drain, Glimmer Cape on Pugna, Terrorblade with potential Sunder. So many save abilities. Spirit Vessel to keep them healthy. Illuminate. Things are not looking good for Team Spirit. Huerta needs a lot of catching up to do still.
That's the thing, right? They're playing 4v5. Talon are grouping up with the Terrorblade. Even though he's jungling, he's always nearby, available to join the battles. Muerta just hasn't been there. She's been gone on, but never really joining the fight of her own accord. Lol. He's looking at mid, but Mikoto quickly clears the creep wave and will get away. Team Spirit trying to hold some staircases and high grounds and maybe bait Talon into some disadvantageous terrain battle in a choke point. They're not going to be falling for any of that. They're just going to storm down lanes. Underlord can join with the Fiend's Gate if need be. But for now, it's just Mikoto and Ollie wandering around trying to see what's going on. You know, knock knock. Anybody up here? Radiant Vision sees Mira.
Shows up.
Mira answers the door and death greets her. Crystal Maiden sliced. Collapse slowed with a reflection. Do Talon want to dive over the Fiend's Gate behind tier 2? It looks like they do. Trying to slow him down and Collapse trapped in the pit. Ether Remnant there and they'll take him quickly down. A double kill from Mikoto, this Void Spirit. Beautiful performance, 908, and now they're gating up the top. Everybody up here. Mikoto, Astral stepping, Yaltaro the target of choice. They just need to find a bit of vision. Can I see them?
Jump.
Turns around with a calling. They start him up. The dead shot flies. Doesn't do too much. Jam taking some damage over time. Turns into a piggy at half HP, but 23 from the left-hand side. Shrimp through Miposhka. Lal with a decent rolling thunder, but look at the heals. The life drain comes, and Yaltaro, he's in trouble now. It's a good freezing field. The saves. They get a Sunder onto Mikoto again, and Yaltaro's blasted. Illuminate clears through them. Team Spirit being annihilated here is just so disgusting. What Talon are doing to them. One more. Lol lines it up. Another kill by Talon, potentially with a bit of mouse thrown. Jam
he's rooted.
The opening. He is rooted and dead, and a double kill for Q again.
Oh Man, Ollie provides so much healing in that fight. They showed up with every single member. I'm a little surprised that Team Spirit decided to take that fight. And also, if there's one thing I learned over the past couple of days, watching this new 733 Dota new meta, don't focus the Underlord. Especially if there's some kind of an extra save on top of him. Don't do it. He dropped very low, they burned all of his mana, then Ollie comes in, replenishes HP, mana, Glimmer Cape on top of him, Illuminate with the heals. They can't fight back. They just don't have enough damage at the moment.
No, Muerta needs another, 2 items or something to be able to fight here. And Collapse has Pipe, nearly has Crimson, but really hasn't had any effectiveness in the fights themselves. Mira has a Kobold, prospecting Aura gets you a little bit of gold, but are beyond godlike Void Spirit. Through the gate they'll head. Where are they going? Down to bottom, Mikoshka? Yeah, it's a freebie kill. Venomancer, you slimy fella. Come back here. Where are you going? There's Muerta nearby. Q a little bit slow to get through the gate, but they'll join up. All 5 heroes.
And smoke up. They're still not that they're so quick moving around the map. Yatoro knows something is up. Places down the calling. They're not gonna get... Okay, they know something is up. But still, Talon providing vision in the enemy triangle. They have lane ward as well. There's no tier 2 tower here. Thinking about maybe going for Tormentor immediately. 20 minutes. They're going for it.
Yeah, why not? Steal that Tormentor. They're even... is that a Dire scan? Dire scanning tier 2 on the left-hand side of the map. And Mikoto gets it on top of Yatoro. Tormentor falling, and this Muerta might be in trouble as well. There's no Fiend's Gate, and Mikoto's a little bit afraid of who's nearby this Muerta. It is a 1v1, straight-up duel between the 2 of them. But Mikoto's afraid of any backup coming. They'll need 23 to join in with a reflection, and Team Spirit is nowhere nearby. They'll get off the ulti on Yatoro, surviving for a little bit longer, but dead to the Dissimilate.
Mikoto going ham in this game. They also caught Collapse. Does have that Echo Saber, Lincoln's Field, extremely tanky, and because he's universal hero from all these stats, like you get 16 stats from Lincoln's Sphere, 10 damage as well. Now sitting at 180 damage from Void Spirit with double hit, extra slow. They're the ones also controlling the runes. I don't remember last time I've seen Team Spirit pick up an active rune.
I can't remember last time I saw Team Spirit cast a spell. Koshka is trying to be farming jungle, but found again by Mikoto. A deja vu in that bottom lane as Collapse being collapsed upon. Scardy slow, Pit of Malice. Not going to break through. The Crimson Guard. Tanky Doom there for sure. And they'll gate themselves across the map. Head down to bottom where Roshan awaits.
It's not going to get contested. This is a free Roche for Talon. Only 6 kills for Team Spirit. Like, the lanes went really bad for them. Completely different game than the previous one. Sure, Talon was in control for like 10-15 minutes of the previous one, but this time around, they don't have anti-mates. They don't have this late-game presence. Also, Collapse. He's still super far, but he feels much more killable. They have Void Spirit. They have Terrorblade this time around. With Eye of Scotty already.
Yeah. The Dragon Protection line now in Aegis for 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes of fear for Team Spirit. At the very least, Lol, I believe, got the left-hand Wisdom rune. He snuck himself and tucked into the corner. And taking at least something away. But the Tormentor still stands. Another Aghanim Shard available if Talon want to come back and take it. But for now, it's map control. They've got Roshan, they've got Aegis. Go and stamp your mark out on the map. They've pushed out bottom, shoved in mid. And it looks like they'll try and connect in towards Jabs in that top jungle somewhere. Well, they're doing a pretty cool move here. So they're sweeping through their own triangle, because that's where Yatoro was previously, right? Yatoro is trying to find these sneaky spots to farm, so they're trying to make sure they're not leaving anybody to farm up. And Yatoro shows bottom, so they know now they're going to mid. Find Collapse. A move from 23 and Mikoto straight onto the Doom. And tons of control. And slowly whittle him down. Eventually they'll kill him with no backup arriving from Spirit. Collapse popping mech and Pipe and Crimson Guard, but even that won't allow him to tank through it.
Also, they can replenish Terrorblade's meta, which is kind of his ulti with Shot for Magic. You have Mikoto to play off with. Shot for Magic is just such a powerful ability with certain heroes. Meta is available in a couple of seconds. Let's see if they decide to go for the high ground. Pop it, clean up this set of barracks.
Yeah, it looks like it. And Talon now on the verge of securing themselves a playoff spot. So close they can taste it. Usually in these kind of situations, I'm the kind of guy who's like, but we know how good Team Spirit are at defending their base and getting one team fight and a comeback potential, but this kind of game, I just don't think it's there.
Doesn't feel like it. Let's see if Talon, they don't want to commit yet. Crimson Guard pop. Larl showing off his newly bought item, Aghanim Scepter. There's going to be more swashbuckles, more lucky shots. I don't want to risk anything. The game's too important for them.
Man, just retreat. Come back, farm some more Ancients. Get that one additional item which will shut the door on Team Spirit. Spirit have a couple of wards out there to play into potentially, but even a smoke gank at this point feels out of the realm of possibility. They'll just be sitting high ground waiting for Talon to come to them. And Collapse getting a few more creeps outside of his base, but in comes Makoto. They've got vision over the Doom, poking, trying to force Team Spirit to come down the ramp and fight outside of their base. Well avoided though, as Yathro clears that middle wave.
Collapse has been holding on to this Purge creep, even in the previous game, in this one as well, just to have that extra dispel mechanic. A lot of value to it. Against Solar Bind, against Reflection, there's just like so many things that he can use it on.
And here comes a smoke, a backstab play.
Another meta's available, thanks to Chakra Magic.
Yeah, you're right. And high ground vision is here with Jab standing next to it near the tree, so he could break the
Double
smoke.
jump.
Spirit come in, they do jump in, and the Muerta in trouble. Yathro blown up with no buyback available. Larl's Rolling Thunder going to cruise through to clear out a creep wave. Doesn't finish them all off. So the potential for Talon to go high ground is real. They might not know that Muerta has no buyback. But
That Chakra on Terrorblade every single time it's available because everybody's full mana pretty much. Pagana also does provide him with mana sustain. Their HP is full. Crimson Guard this time around, not going to be able to give them enough sustain to survive. Down to 100 seconds already. Team Spirit, they cannot fight back. Doom, nowhere close to his Blink Dagger, can't get the initiation going. So it needs to be Laurel. Rolling Thunder on the cooldown for 40 seconds.
Yeah.
This might be another set of Baron.
yeah, looks like it should be. Muerta is now alive. TPing forward, Yathro. Dissimulate out of there by Makoto. And Talon, again, very deliberate with their soft retreat to get down the staircase. We'll see with the next creep wave what they decide to do. Got to clear out mid as well, of course. Just prune these waves, shove them into the dire base. And at least 3.5 minutes till next Roshan, so it's not as though they've got a big objective out on the map to go and claim. They can just keep being oppressive. Stamp down any hopes of recovery for Team Spirit.
30 seconds until the meta. Such a cool interaction if you can use it.
Yeah.
Such an important spell. Thunder, just another saving tool. BKB now finished on 23. Down to 15 seconds cooldown. They will be ready to go one more time. Muerta still not fight ready. Needs another set of items. Just finished off 4 staff.
I thought you were saying needs another 7 items when you started that sentence.
Oh, that's how you come back into the game.
That's
Another
how it
meta.
feels. Break the buildings. Muerta on the left side, Yathro focused. Losing a lot of HP quickly, and the Solar Bind's on her. Terrorblade sends illusions forward as Lol rolls in, but the BKB's up for 23. Getting onto Mirror with a damage, relentless. Kills the maiden, and no buyback there. Team Spirit down a hero. 4v5, and your buildings are falling. The calling out from Yathro, but this Muerta so low health, can't stick around and fight. Really good in and out play from Talon here. Trying to bait Muerta into these really tough spots. They'll take the buildings. Melee racks, range 1 focus. Miposhka just dying to TB illusions. And in goes Makoto, looking for collapse in Miposhka. The Illuminate Blast does connect on Venno. Like hurting the back with a little sheep into the pen. The fountain, the only safety that Team Spirit can have. The Wolves are hounding them. And Talon, again doomed up on the jabs Underlord. Chasing out Team Spirit, wants something, a fight.
Good silence.
Kill off the Bugner, kill off Ollie. Look for jabs now as well. 23 half health, he's gonna die. Or Okay, Team Spirit. They rebuff the advances.
That was such a nicely played calling from Yatoro. I think it connected on 4 different heroes. Managed to silence Pugna so he couldn't get his life drain off. And Yatoro, he's getting some stats. Just 2 points in dead shot, 2 points in calling. Wants to amplify his farm as much as he can. And it's starting to get some items now. Hurricane Pike is available, going into Manta style next.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, still Talon taking another lane of barracks. But it's not mega creeps or anything like that. But oh, look at bottom. Makoto. He saw Yatoro, got a good idea of where he's headed. Just needs to keep the vision. Gets the astral step on. Yatoro, 5 seconds
another one.
The ultimate. Crystal Maiden's in behind as well, but to dissimulate, the Fiend's Gate coming in with jab, rooting Yatoro. He's dead for 50 seconds, and Talon are all alive.
Makoto having a blast of a game. Involved in 26 out of 34 kills. Didn't die a single time. About to finish off his next big item, which is going to be a damage item. Going into Daedalus next. That's a new build. Void Spirit's mostly looking to get damage now that he became Universal Hero.
Rack up the stats. Oh, Titan Sliver for TB. Orb of Destruction for the Void Spirit.
He found both Tier 2 and Tier 3 neutral items. So let's see. For now, it's going to be Orb of Destruction. Checking what he has as his Tier 3 item. Not too happy about it, so we'll send Orb of Destruction back. No, keep Orb of Destruction and send the token back.
Let someone else choose. Law. Onto Q. Glimmer Cave. Still going to get crashed on here by the Pango, who has that Aghanim Scepter Swashbuckle. But Q is healed back up by the life drain, and now Lal, pretty deep. Swashbuckles off the low ground. Meboshka came in to play with his buddy, but again finds that this damage from Talon takes the Venomancer down so bloody quickly. And now a Fiend's Gate towards collapse. Jabs? I don't know if he's fast enough. Maybe with the help of the reflection here. 23 can tag him with a Skadi slow. Pit of Malice misses though. Don't get the root onto collapse, but I think they'll just be able to chase him down. Ether Remnant there. Yeah, slows into a crawl. Collapse. Dead for 50. And again, we're looking at Spirit with no buybacks available. Meanwhile,
Kodo chasing. He's going to catch him.
Over at the Ancients, killing off Larl, yeah.
Larl a bit too deep. They're trying to split up the map as much as they can. Provide a little bit more time for Muerta to get another set of items, but doesn't feel like it's enough. TB, he's getting massive. That's going to be like double Daedalus finished on both colors of Talon, plus also Octarine Core on Underlord. You can fight almost every minute with Fiend's Gate. We've seen it being used super effectively across the map to get stuff going. Makoto jumps in, they use Fiend's Gate, get the top of someone, whoever they jump, pretty much is going to die.
Look at my high ground. Yeah. Jump the Venomancer. Not quite enough to finish him off. He's got a little bit of tankiness there. And the shield's on him. But Tier 3 tower crumbling. 23 onto the barracks we go. TP in for the collapse. Did he doom an illusion? He doomed an illusion?
I believe so. And 23 instantly hips him. So
and collapse has gone AFK. He's just standing there. What have I done?
What happened?
What'd I do?
Through the Fiend's Gate they go. Roshan is back on the menu, boys. They want to eat some meat. Collapse is also going through it.
Yeah, you're getting a bit tainted there. I mean, they put Ether Remnant down near the gate as well. That's Roshan for Talon. Nothing to stop them. And the DD rune spawn top. Dire Vision, I think, sees it. So Team Spirit can come and snag that before 23 gets his hands on it. Makoto with his damage output.
Another meta is available going through Twins Gate. There's a lot of gates in this game.
Yatoro bottles the DD. That could be a game changer. At the very least, a fight changer. Unless he gets jumped again. Oh, Yatoro. Oh dear. Yeah. Just call it. They're out. They're done. Hey, it doesn't matter to Team Spirit. Win or loss doesn't matter, but this is huge. Talon secure themselves playoffs. Crushing victory from Talon. Beautiful. Really nicely done.
Yeah, this second game